Howdy, friend. Spitz here, and this is Feed Bandit, the Texas First Outdoors podcast. If you have ever been out in the Texas Hill Country on a cool morning when the sun is just starting to peek over the rocks, you might have heard a sound that made you stop in your tracks. It isn't a grunt like a whitetail, and it isn't a whistle like an elk. It is a deep, powerful roar that sounds like it belongs in a jungle. That, my friend, is the red stag. These are big, beautiful deer that originally came from Europe, but they have found a second home right here in the Lone Star State. They are famous for their massive antlers and their red-brown coats. Today we are going to dive deep into the world of the red stag. We will talk about how they live, why they are so loud, and what it takes to find one of these giants in the Texas brush. We will also talk about the tradition of the stag hunt, and why they are such a special part of our outdoor heritage. So pull up a chair, we have a lot of ground to cover. The red stag is a very impressive animal. They are much bigger than our native white-tailed deer, sometimes weighing over 500 pounds. They have a thick neck and a strong body built for the hills. Their antlers are the most amazing part. Unlike some deer that have antlers that spread wide, the red stag has antlers that grow up and back, often with a crown of points at the very top. They like to live in groups, and the big males, or stags, spend their lives protecting their territory. In the fall, when the air gets crisp, they enter a time called the roar. This is when the stags get very active and very loud. They use their deep voices to tell every other deer in the area that they are the boss. It is a time of year that every Texas hunter looks forward to because the woods feel alive with the sound of the stags. Because they are so big and smart, hunting them is a real test of your skills and your patience. My first big tip for finding red stags is to use your ears. During the roar, the stags will tell you exactly where they are. You want to get out into the hills before the sun comes up and just listen. Once you hear that deep roar, you can start moving toward it. But remember, they have great hearing too, so you have to move very quietly. My second tip is to look for rubbing on big trees. Because their antlers are so large, they leave big marks when they scrape the velvet off. If you see a cedar tree that has been torn up high off the ground, you know a big stag has been there. My third tip is about the wind. Just like every other deer in Texas, the red stag lives by its nose. You must always stay downwind of them. If they catch one whiff of you, they will vanish into the thickest cedar breaks they can find. My fourth tip is to be ready for a long walk. Stags love the high ground and the steep hills. You need to have good boots and be ready to climb. It can be hard work, but when you see those massive antlers coming through the trees, you will know it was all worth it. Hunting in Texas is about more than just the animals. It is about the connection we have with the wild world. Even though the red stag is an exotic animal, it has become a true part of our Texas culture. They challenge us to be better woodsmen. They teach us to listen to the land and to be patient. Preserving the tradition means treating these majestic animals with the highest level of respect. We talk about the importance of a clean shot and an ethical hunt. We teach the younger generation that being a hunter means being a steward of the land. We want to make sure the hills stay wild and the animals stay healthy. Protecting the legacy means taking care of the grass and the water so that the roar continues to echo through the Texas hills for a long, long time. Being a Texian means having a deep pride in our outdoors. We love the variety of animals we have here, from the ones that have always been here to the ones like the red stag that have joined us over the years. They all add to the beauty and the mystery of our state. When we harvest a stag, we are providing healthy, organic meat for our families and creating memories that will last a lifetime. It is a way of life that values hard work, honesty, and a love for the wild. So, the next time you hear a roar in the distance on a cold morning, take a second to appreciate the power and the beauty of the red stag. It is a reminder of why we do what we do. So what do you think of that? Are we right on target, or did we totally miss the boat on that one? Email us at howdy@feedbandit.com and let us know either way. And don't forget to check us out at feedbandit.com and grab some gear to show off your Texas First Outdoors pride. Preserve the tradition, protect the legacy, and remember, always support your local feed store. If you're there for them, they'll be there for you when you need them the most out in the field. Stand tall, fellow Texian. We'll talk soon.